Testing for Group 2 poisons will be identical to testing of Group 1 poisons until the analysis step. The mixing bowl still contains the remaining prepared food sample, which is at least partially liquid. The latex gloves are still on. The testing for Group 2 poisons is done using the HM card, catalog number CH-PT-32. Locate the HM card in its sealed envelope and check the expiration date to verify that it is not yet passed. After checking the expiration date, carefully tear open the envelope at the notch. Make sure not to damage the card inside. Once the HM card has been opened, place it on a clean, flat surface. There will again be 3 detectors labeled Sample 1, Sample 2, and QA. Both Sample 1 and Sample 2 are used to identify the same group of poisons on the HM card. Sample 1 will turn red in the presence of mercury, lead, or cadmium. Sample 2 will turn dark in the presence of mercury, lead, and thallium, while it will turn yellow with cadmium. The colors formed on Sample 2 will take longer to develop, up to 2 additional minutes. For the purpose of this demonstration, we will again be using yogurt. There are 5 samples laced from left to right with mercury, lead, thallium, cadmium, and no poison. Again, take a clean eyedropper and apply 3 to 4 drops of liquid to the sample openings on the left and center detectors on the HM card. Be sure to avoid solid or oily materials as much as possible when taking the food sample. At this point, the test will need to run for 3 to 4 minutes. If the test end indicator turns red, regardless of the time, it means that the test has been completed, and the results can be observed. If the test end indicator does not turn red within about 5 minutes of applying the food sample, more liquid food sample is needed, applying 3 to 5 more drops of the sample, and again, wait for the test to run. The test will be completed when the test end indicator turns red. While this portion of the test is running, it is best to complete the quality assurance, or QA, portion of the test. This is accomplished by locating the silver QA pouch taped on the far right side of the HM card. Gently pull the pouch off the card. Once the pouch has been removed, it is opened by tearing the notch in the pointed end of the pouch. Be careful not to spill the liquid contents. The open end of the pouch is placed on the opening in the QA detector before squeezing the pouch to apply the liquid. The QA detector has a test end indicator identical to the ones on the other 2 detectors. Wait for this to turn red before deciding the results of the test. Determining the results of the test is a simple matter of color comparison. First, look at the QA detector. If the indicator turns black, the detectors are in good working order, as seen here. If the detectors do not turn black, throw away the HM card. If one of the other detectors has already changed colors, it is likely that the food is poisoned, but the food should be retested anytime the QA does not turn black. If the QA does turn black, but the test end indicator does not turn red, the detectors are still in good working order and the results are reliable. After checking to be sure the QA works, look at the central detector, sample number 2. If a dark or yellow color forms on this detector, it means the food sample was poisoned. If the food is not poisoned, the detector will remain white. After checking the central detector, look at the detector on the far left of the HM card, sample 1. If a color appears on this detector, the food is poisoned and should not be eaten. The coloration on this detector will be red. If the food sample was poisoned, it may be important to determine what was used to poison the food. This can be accomplished by referring to the poison identification chart included in the Food Poison Detection Kit. This chart shows which colors correspond to various poisons. For the HM card, if the food is poisoned with mercury, the left detector will turn red-brown, and the center detector will turn a marbled gray-black. This can be seen using the detector that we used to test the food laced with mercury. As you can see, the left detector does have a reddish-brown color to it, and the central detector does have the marbled gray-black color. If the food was poisoned with lead, the sample 1 detector will turn a deep red, while the sample 2 detector will turn black. This can also be seen on our detector, which was used to test the food which was laced with lead. As you can see, the left detector formed a deep red color, and the central detector turned a black color, similar to the one on the QA. If the food was poisoned with thallium, the left detector will not change color, but the center detector will turn gray. This can be seen using our detector, which was tested with food laced with thallium. The left detector did not change color. However, the central detector did form a light gray color. It should also be mentioned that on all of these, the QA did turn black, indicating that the detectors are in proper working order. If the food contains dangerous levels of cadmium, the left detector will turn bright red, and the central detector will turn a light yellow color. This can be seen using our detector, which was tested with food laced with cadmium. As you can see, a distinct bright red color was formed on the sample 1 detector, and a light yellow color was formed on the sample 2 detector. If there is no poison present, neither sample 1 nor sample 2 will change color. This can be observed on our detector, which was used testing food which did not contain poison. In this case, you can see that both the left and center detectors did not change color. However, the QA did turn black, indicating that the detectors are in proper working order. It is also important, in this case, to wait for the test end indicators to change color, as seen here. Now that all tests on the HM card have been run, it is important to record the results on the result log page, included in the food poison detection kit. This page will be used again later in testing and should be saved permanently as a record of testing.